Just when we thought things would not get any worse, President Jammeh always comes with some silly, crazy stuff that nobody can ever imagine. Well, I guess this is not a surprise in here. That anytime Yahya Jammeh goes on these silly tours, he will go ahead and make some pronouncements that are not only disrespectful to our people, but they are against the Constitution of the Gambia. The recent pronouncement that the Gambia is now an Islamic state, which was an impromptu, impulsive decision by the president, is illegitimate. The very first section of the Constitution of the Gambia makes it very clear that the Gambia is a sovereign secular state. And that is an entrenched clause of the Constitution. Not only a presidential pronouncement should make that happen. But then what is sad about all this is we become numb to some of these things, because anytime Yahya Jammeh makes these kind of pronouncements, we cry about them, we sing about them, a couple of days later we forget and they eventually become lost. So we have seen the presidential pronouncements, just which are very impulsive, become lost. The same way he had gone ahead and killed prisoners. The same way he had gone ahead and pardoned prisoners. The same way he had gone ahead and do so very many things like withdraw Gambia from the Commonwealth, etc., etc. Now, what makes this thing sad is I don't have a problem with any other thing that we are talking about. That Yahya Jammeh is crazy, Yahya Jammeh is this. We have established that for a very long time. What saddens me is the fact that when these things happen, we become numb to them now. They don't even concern us anymore. We talk about them and let them go. President Jammeh knows that there are no consequences to his pronouncements, and whatever he says goes. If you look at the pronouncement when he was talking, you see this man never planned these things. This is why I've been telling people, you don't have to be the smartest or the dumbest to write your speeches anytime you're addressing the nation. It helps you. It guides you. But when you feel so proud and you think that you're so powerful, that when you stand before the people and you can tell them anything and people will listen to you, this is what happened. You become stupid and make stupid decisions and stupid pronouncements. This is illegal. Now, if you look at the Constitution of the Gambia, will tell you you don't only have to pick up guns to want to overthrow the Constitution of the Gambia for you to be charged with treason. It says any unlawful overthrow of the government, not only violent. What Yahya Jammeh is trying to do right now is to overthrow the Constitution of the Gambia by unlawfully pronouncing that the Gambia is an Islamic state and no longer secular. As a matter of fact, if you listen to the whole audio, he made it very clear what is the Constitution of the Gambia. It's not the Quran. It's not even in the Quran. So we are going to tilt it, or we're going to twist it to suit us. This is very troubling. If you're standing before people and you want to advise them to let them know that they have to be law-abiding, but you, the chief executive of the country, is the first one to violate those laws, it is sad. This is an opportunity. Well, we have passed so many opportunities. Like one of the commentators would say, we never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. This right here is the opportunity for us to tell Yahya Jammeh this is not going to happen. We cannot allow President Jammeh to just stand one day and say that the Gambia is an Islamic state when we have Muslims, Christians, and other denominations in the country. Who is Yahya Jammeh to determine these things? We can go about and say, well, it's an entrenched clause, which we all agree. But we're dealing with a man who is not reasonable one bit. So if we sit over here and think Yahya Jammeh is not going to do these things, we're mistaken. This is the time that we need to stand up to this man. The chest beating and the mystification that he's doing, talking to Gambians like we are his children, cannot continue. It is not going to be in my name. And you must not allow that to be in your name. The war we have seen what the world is going through right now with the ISIS and this terrorist stuff. I am not saying that Gambians are terrorists, but we are not any different from anybody else. When you push people to a corner or you create an environment where these kind of things can happen, anybody could do anything. We have Boko Haram in Nigeria. We have seen some Senegalese, a couple of Senegalese who allegedly are members of ISIS. We are not immune to these things. These people can use the Gambia as a hub Come over there. They're running because they're running from whoever is trying to contain them. If they go to the Gambia and President Jammeh is making these silly pronouncements, the Gambia is going to be a hub. And we are so little. Yahya Jammeh is further isolating Gambians. We cannot allow this to happen. We have the opportunity to change these things. And this takes me to the next point. 2016 is here. We can say that, well, this is not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. If Yahya Jammeh has the opportunity to rule the Gambia again for another 5 years, we are done as a nation. So let's stand up. Let us speak. This is our time. Let us be actionable. Let's do something that is going to stop this madness. President Jammeh standing one time on a platform and say something stupid cannot just be law. We cannot allow this to continue. So I would say, not in my name. I am not going to allow one person to disrespect our people and disrespect our laws. He has a National Assembly. They are the most incompetent people in that nation. Incompetent bunch of idiots. Otherwise, President Jammeh, this is impeachable offense. For the president to stand and make such pronouncement to tell the Constitution, fuck you, I don't care about you stupid ass Constitution. Literally, that's what he said. And we watch him do this. This is the time that Yahya Jammeh should have been impeached. It is sad. If that is not happening, decent Gambians cannot just continue supporting this man or just act like nothing is going to happen. Anywhere that you have seen a problem, civil wars, instability and all that, it was never started by teachers, never started by doctors, not nurses, not women, not children. One crazy man will agitate and the rest of the idiots will follow. The trend that the Gambia is taking, it's not a good look. It is sad. We're already in deep trouble. We cannot allow President Jammeh to deepen our conditions. So stand up and raise your voice, whatever you could, to tell this man that this is not in our name. We are a secular state. We don't only have Muslims in the country. If this man wants to be a hypocrite, let him go ahead and do that in his household. Just a few days ago, you stood on a platform and insulted everybody, every Gambian, imams, parents. Today you want to come over here and do something crazy. It is not going to be in our name. Not in my name, at least. Thank you.